Uh, day five. Day five. This is Maundy Thursday. Um, this is the day that Jesus is at the Last Supper. Jesus is at the Last Supper. And so we encourage you. We're on the road to the resurrection with Jesus Christ here at New Way Community Church. So we invite you to join in with us every evening during Holy Week, 7 p.m. This is Pastor Brown, New Way Community Church, and I'm excited as we go into Jesus' Last Supper, the Last Supper. And on Jesus, this last night of life, he chose to celebrate the Passover with his followers. And what happened next week we call the Last Supper. So he's on he's with them. Watch this. And his last night, he's choosing to serve them. And this is a reminder, this Last Supper is a reminder of the life that Jesus lived. He lived the servant's life and the death that he died for each of us. And so as we read Matthew's account of this meal and try to sense the gravity of Jesus' words to his friends, listen, Matthew 26, it outlines everything that Jesus did from the Last Supper all the way through to the washing of feet, to Peter's denial, to Judas' betrayal. So as you spend time, those are 20 verses 27 through 75. It's a lot of verses there, but I want you to spend time reading that. And the only thing I want you to reflect on once you finish reading is, what does communion mean to you personally? What does communion, the sacrament, what does it mean to you personally? When we look at Matthew 26 and we look at verse 17, it reads, it says, on the first day of the festival of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus and asked, where do you want us to make preparations for you to eat the Passover? And in verse 18, he says, Jesus replied, go into the city to a certain man and tell him, the teacher says, my appointed time is near. I am going to celebrate the Passover with my disciples at your house. So the disciples did as Jesus had commanded them and prepared the Passover. And so I just want to challenge you and encourage you as you reflect on the value and the purpose of the communion, the Last Supper with Jesus Christ. But what does the communion now for us? What does it mean personally for you? And then I want to challenge you as you go forward in this particular day is spend some time over the next day or two reflecting on all the things that we do that brings glory and value in our relationship with Jesus Christ, that adds value personally, in personal intimacy with Jesus Christ. What sacrifices have we made? What sacrifices do we exhibit that reflect our relationship of Jesus Christ? Because in verse 27, it says that he took the cup, and when he had given thanks, he gave it to them, saying, drink from it, all of you. This is my blood, the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins. I tell you, I will not drink from this fruit of the vine from now on until that day when I will drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom. And when they had sung a hymn, they went out to the Mount of Olives. Then Jesus told them, this very night, you will all fall away on account of me. For it is written, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered. But after I have risen, I will go ahead of you into Galilee. What does the communion, the sacrifice of our Savior, what does it mean, the Last Supper? What does it mean to you personally? Listen, I pray this word blesses you as a reminder that we're on the road with Jesus Christ. We're on the road to the resurrection with Jesus Christ. And I pray that this word bless your heart, that you spend time in meditation and prayer, understanding the purpose of the resurrection. God bless you. God keep you.